No falling.
No. Oh, the joys of sailboat restoration.
Okay. Welcome to Carla. We're a family of 5 who left our old life behind to follow our dream. A dream of living the simple life together as a family. In 2022, we moved in with my parents to save up money for a sailboat. In August 2023, we were finally able to buy Carla, our one-off 42-foot steel-hull sailboat, and bring her home. Join us as we go through the ups and downs of sailboat restoration.
Well, it's time to start removing the tanks. But first of all, I think we'll have a look at why we're going to remove the tanks. We have 2 tanks on each side. We have the 2 front tanks are freshwater, and the 2 stern tanks are diesel. Each tank contains approximately 600 liters. So in all we have 1200 liters of freshwater and 1200 liters of diesel. The amount, I'm not quite sure what we're going to end at, but we're going to remove the tanks, both because, as you can see, there's quite a lot of rust in here. This is the freshwater tank. There is quite a lot of corrosion. I don't know how much metal that's actually back left in the bottom. If it's leaking, I'm not quite sure. When we bought the boat, there were some rumors that it might have a leak somewhere, but I haven't tested it. We could, of course, if there's no leak, we could clean them, remove the rust, and do some kind of coating inside, either epoxy or cement or something. But the next thing we have with the tanks is that we have no room for the engine. As you can see, there simply isn't any room to get to the sides of the engine, and I really don't think that's optimal. I would like to have at least so much room that you can crawl on the inside and do the maintenance of the engine. If, for example, the starter breaks, it's all the way down in the bottom in there. There's no way to reach it, and I think that's the main reason that we're removing the tanks. The diesel tanks looks alright inside. Actually, they're coated. The port tank, diesel tank, is really good inside. The starboard one is a little bad in the bottom. There's some rust from condensation in there, but I haven't really looked into it. We'll have a look at it, but it'll be when we're removing it. So yeah, first of all, I think I'll try and see if I can loosen the tanks and drag them out here so that we can cut them up and get them out through the door. Yeah, let's have a go. turns out it's quite heavy. It's recessed into the floor, and I simply can't lift it. So I think I'm going to get something I can put onto the ceiling, and then get some kind of a winch and winch it up and out of the hole and place it up here. So yeah, project in the project. Okay, we got it out. Went quite well. I got it over here, and then I tried cutting it. It's definitely possible to cut it up, but I measured the door, and it should be able to go out the door. So instead of cutting them all to pieces down here, I think I'm going to try and winch it out the door, and then get the 4 tanks down on the ground in one piece or in 4 pieces. Yeah, so this is going to be quite a challenge. We're going to lift it with this winch we have up here, and then when it's hanging from this winch, I'm going to transfer it to this winch. Then I'm going to change them so that this winch is hanging here, because that's better. And then I've rigged up the 2-pot outside the door. And then we're going to use it like that. Hopefully we can get it down on the ground. We'll see. Cross your fingers. Well, that worked. It was quite a challenge to get it out through the door, but I managed. Would have been a lot easier if we had been 2 people, but Heidi's at work, so I'll just have to do it myself. And when she comes home from work, she'll have one of these pumps with her, so that I can get the last diesel out of the tank. I would like to move this now, but if I cut the lines in the bottom to loosen the tank, we'll have diesel everywhere, and I don't want that. So we're going to have to wait. I was thinking about doing the other one, but I think I'll wait with that as well, because right now it's nice to have to stand on, and then we'll see. But we only have, I think, maybe 2 centimeters of diesel left in both tanks. We got them emptied the other day, so almost empty. As you can see, this one actually looks quite nice. The other one is a lot dirtier in the bottom, and I also think we have a lot more rust in this one. It's hard to see, but we definitely have some corrosion in here. the diesel we took out of the starboard tank also, it was a lot darker than the diesel in the other one. So, but yeah, it works. Maybe we'll have a go at loosening the other water tank. We'll see. Oh, the joys of the sailboat restoration.
The easy to get to workspace.
Yeah. I love it.
Hey, you got it.
I got it.
Finally.
An invention. Water hose.
Water hose.
Come on. Stairmaster, go home.
No need for exercise when you have an old sailboat.
Well, we got the two water tanks out now, and it's time to go for the diesel tanks. I had some problems getting the bolts. The tanks are bolted down here inside the insulation with one bolt in each side, and also up there you can see the bolts. But down here I couldn't get to the nuts underneath because, well, they're underneath. So I had to drill the top of the bolt to take the head off the bolt and then get it off. It took some time, but it's okay. See if I can do it to these, if I can reach underneath, else we'll have to drill them as well. But Heidi brought down home this the other day. It's a vacuum pump, and I can connect the air compressor to the pump. Then I don't have to pump it, and then I just vacuumed the sludge out of the bottom. But look at this. It actually looks really nice. It's just dirty. We are thinking about using these two diesel tanks, maybe moving them a bit towards the back so that they'll be right beside the prop shaft instead of the engine. Then we'll have the room and keep the tanks because they are really nice inside. For 40 years old and then no rust, I think that's a good thing. So yeah, well, we'll see. For now we have to take them out anyway, because we want to have a look at the whole bottom of the boat. So let's go for it. Well, of course, I forgot to take apart the fuel connection. So, because we're now thinking of keeping the tanks, reusing them, I'll see if I can take it apart without damaging anything. But we'll see. Otherwise, we'll have to cut it, and yeah, we can always. I think it screws into the tank, so I think we can. If I cut it, we can screw it out when it gets down on the ground. But we'll see. Still works. Yeah. Okay, that's off. Then we'll have another go at lifting. Well, there we have it. The tank is now hanging from the last winch, and now we just have to go set up the two-pot so that we can take it out the door and down to the ground. Perfect. I love this system. It's perfect. Perfect. Well, and you can see now we have clear space. It's always exciting to get underneath the tanks and have a look at how rusty it is. And there's no rust. Absolutely perfect. Well, of course, there's rust on the frame there around the engine, but the hull looks very good. I'm so glad that we're doing this. I'm really glad that we are removing the tanks from the sides of the engine, because as you can see, everything I've been doing now, I've been taking apart the fuel system and everything. I wouldn't have been able to do that if the tanks or the whole structure was still here. It's only because we're working our way in there that we're able to do it. Maybe we would be able to do it, but it's going to get a lot easier. We have a plan of putting the tanks towards the end of the engine so that they're on both sides of the prop shaft, and then keep the sides of the engine clear. What we'll do with the water tanks, we don't know yet. We'll have to see. But now let's go set up the two-pot and get it out of here. I was going to remove this wood plate. As you can see, you have the filling pipe into the tank through the plate. But as I lifted the plate, the pipe came along. Simply took the pipe out of the tank. So yeah, it might change our plans. I think we'll put a new plate in the tank and we'll still use it. But we definitely have some more work to do. I'll tell you what, it's a good thing that we're doing this. This I would never have known. I couldn't know anything about this if we didn't do this. This is exactly why we're doing this. Why we're stripping the whole boat. We're finding things we've never have found. And you can't have a hole in a fuel tank like that. So, perfect. Well, that's it. We got the last tank out. I really didn't expect it to have the big hole on top, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to fix it because the rest of the tank, the bottom of it, looks really fine. We can use that and then fix the top. Now I just have to remove all the last wiring, the hoses. I have some flooring, some concrete, but that'll be next time. We'll also get to have a look at the engine, more probably. Now it's freestanding. Definitely have some engine mounts to replace, but that'll be another time. For now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions or good advice for us, write them in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you next time.